At 15 years old, I journaled about my struggles with social media. This was in 2022. I pick up my phone and find myself 30 minutes later wondering what I just did. All I do is scroll on social media. I know it is unproductive and genuinely not that fun, but my brain seems to want me to do it. Scientists have literally engineered these applications to be as addictive as possible, and I'm falling for it. I need to take consideration in what I intend to use my phone for when I pick it up. No more unmindful scrolling. That was in 2022, 4 years ago. And since then, I've fucking been so addicted to social media. You know, I've deleted Instagram, I've deleted TikTok, I've installed them again. I've used social media blockers, I've used apps which allow you to message through Instagram without having the actual app on. And that's what I currently use, because having these apps with a short form of social media actually fry my brain, because I find when I'm using them, I actually just can't stop watching it for hours. And it sounds silly, but I know you're in the same boat. I know you are, because all of us young people are. And I think it's funny that 4 years ago I wrote that, and I talked about how scientists have engineered it to be addictive, and they have. Of course these companies are hiring scientists to make it addictive, because the longer people are spent on social media, right, the more ad revenue they get. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, all of these things. It's engineered that way. And I feel like, how are we going to beat those scientists? I sure as hell haven't been able to for the past 4 years. I've not been able to. I've had times where I've watched 5 hours of reels, in a short period of time. And it's every time after that, I feel lost. Even after watching an hour of reels, I feel so lost. And yeah, for a few months now, I haven't watched any short form, because I use an app. I'm not affiliated, but they're called Beeper, and you can message through Instagram without having the Instagram app, because I use Instagram for messaging a lot. And I just feel like it really shows all of us young people, I know you're the same, that you struggle with short form social media, And how are we going to beat these scientists? I feel like all we can do is just cut it out. If you're like me, if you do get addicted to things like that, right, and you'll find yourself just scrolling for hours, I think honestly all you can do is just delete the apps. You can't try to set time limits or anything. And I've thought about switching to a dumb phone, a Nokia, right? But unfortunately, we need the capabilities of iPhones now. Uber, Spotify, Google Maps, etc. All I say is, consider how much time you spend on social media. And if you feel like it's taking effect on your life, then please think about cutting it out. Because if we don't start looking after ourselves and limiting our time on social media, I don't know what's coming, Our brains are going to be actually fried. Good luck, my friend.